Welcome to my 1 year going gray anniversary. I cannot believe it's been a full year since I decided to ditch the dye. I decided to stop dyeing my hair about a month after I started this channel, and it was a really rough decision, and I wanted to share with you and kind of recap everything I've learned over the last year. If you're thinking about going gray, this is going to be a great video for you. And if you already have gray hair and you just want to learn some tips about taking care of your gorgeous grays, I'm going to show you what I've learned over the last year and give you all kinds of tips. So stay tuned, we're going to get started and chat about gray hair. If you're new to Beyond 50 Skin, welcome. My name is Cindy. Today's video is going to be all about gray hair, deciding to go gray, and gray hair tips. The first thing that I want to share with you is that you have to be in the right headspace or in the right place before you decide to go gray. There's so many pressures that you're going to get possibly not to go gray, or comments, negative comments that you might receive, that you have to kind of know in your gut that you're ready and that you're prepared for the process, because it is a process. You're going to find lots of surprises along the way, and I'm going to leave a playlist of my gray hair care videos at the very end of this that you might find helpful. So let's talk about getting in the right headspace. I think in your gut, you're going to know when it's time to ditch the dye. This is my third time trying to go gray. I grayed really early. In my family, a lot of my cousins have started to gray, and we gray around 27-ish. And so we gray on the early side, but that doesn't mean we're actually ready to go gray. And I know I wasn't ready. The first 2 times I tried, just all the pressure that I received not to go gray and all the comments that I got just really hit my confidence level, and I just wasn't ready. But last year, I was ready. I was in a good headspace. And the second tip I want to give you is to create a community of support. The first 2 times I went gray, I didn't know anybody else that was going gray, and I just didn't have a community of support. We're really lucky right now in society. There's this trend, especially in the younger kids are turning their hair gray on purpose. And we also have this whole gray hair movement. So it's really a lot easier with social media to find your tribe. And on Instagram, I found a ton of people, the Silver Sisters and the Going Gray Gracefully group. I found that really supportive. And on YouTube, there are tons of channels that talk about how to go gray and that can give you all kinds of support that I just didn't have the first two times I tried to go gray. And I think that's just imperative, that you find a support system and that you're in a place for yourself that you're really ready to commit to it. The third thing is about commitment. I told myself that this wasn't a final decision, and that really helped me get through the tough times. Knowing that I could just go back to dyeing my hair and it wasn't a big deal really helped me get through those moments when I really second-guessed my decision to go gray. It's not forever. It's only hair. You can cut it, you can dye it. So giving myself that space to realize this isn't a final decision really helped me kind of push through those tough moments. The next thing is to practice kind of what you're going to say, because you're going to get some negative comments. I think that's what killed my confidence the first 2 times. All those negative comments. I just wasn't prepared for it. And I think kind of thinking ahead, how are you going to respond to comments you get just out and about, comments you get from close friends, and then comments you get in your workplace. How are you going to handle this transition and kind of the negative comments that you might get? And surprisingly, this time, I just didn't get as many negative comments. I was really surprised about that. And I think that's another thing. Prepare yourself for all the excitement that's going to happen about going gray. There's so many surprises that I learned in this last year that I wouldn't have expected. Number 1, like I said, not getting the negative comments that I expected. And number 2, finding a community that I just never knew was out there. Just making new friends, that was really helpful for me and just a great surprise. Another surprise is get ready to change your wardrobe and your makeup colors. I had a whole new color scheme change, and that I really didn't know was going to happen. And that was so exciting, because when you go gray, your gray hair just doesn't suit sort of more the warmer tones that I had in my wardrobe. So I got to get a whole new wardrobe. I got to do a whole new makeover with my makeup. So that was really exciting, and it was kind of an unexpected change. The other thing is learning how to take care of gray hair. It's not easy because the hair is just different. The shaft of the hair doesn't have the pigment that it had in it, and it's just not as strong. And so learning how to take care of my gray hair was a whole nother process. So Once you've decided to go gray and once you have your community in place and you've made the decision, how do you go about going gray? There were a couple different ways that I thought about it at first, but I decided on cold turkey was right for me. I ended up doing the pixie method. Now, I had really long hair when I started. I ended up cutting off, in the end, probably 12, 13 inches of hair. I had really long, below my shoulder length hair. So I ended up doing cold turkey. My hair was very damaged from all the processing and the bleaching that I had been doing over the years, and that really worked for me. But there's lots of different ways you can go gray. You can do like I did, go to the pixie. It took me a few cuts to get there. And you can also do the ombre method, which is kind of a cold turkey method where you just let the gray grow out and you just show and celebrate the two different colors that you've got going on. There's lots of Instagram channels and YouTube channels where folks are doing that. And so I think that's a really cool way to do it too. It's kind of a cold turkey method. The other way you can do it in a more subtle way is to do the strip dye method where you take a side part and dye that part. And that's going to be your normally dyed colored hair. And then the rest of the gray is going to grow out underneath it. That works well for folks who are brunette and have kind of longer hair. So all different ways you can go gray. And you can find videos online now, tutorials to teach you how to go do the ombre method or to do the strip dye method. There are just so many places you can go nowadays to find out tips and tricks on how to go gray. The other way you can do it is to go into the salon and have your stylist help you. They can either do low and highlights to kind of camouflage it, or they can do what's called the reverse dye method. But I know for that method, you need someone who is really experienced in doing that. Don't go to a provider that doesn't have lots of experience in doing that because the hair is very fragile and it can break off. So lots of ways on how to go gray. And like, I had no idea. I was just like, let's just cut it off. I got so impatient. So my cold turkey way worked for me, and you'll find the right way that will work for you. Please leave a comment in below if you have ideas on how to go gray and if you've gone gray, how you did it. I really want to hear your story and your journey about going gray. And what you write down below might help another person who's thinking about going gray. So all your tips and tricks, leave them in the comments below. I'm excited to hear about that. So that's kind of the process that I spent over the last year of going gray. Like I said, the comments weren't as bad as I thought. I was able to find my tribe. My method was cold turkey pixie cut method, and get ready for all the surprises because I had some funny comments from people that I didn't expect, especially my husband. I'll pop a video up here and you can watch that. So there's tons of surprises you're going to find out when you decide to go gray. And so just get excited about the process. So the second half of this video is how to care for your gray hair. Once you have this gray hair, like I said, is a little frizzier, it's a little more fragile, and it has a tendency to turn yellow. So I'm going to talk about how I've gone through that process of trying to keep my grays gorgeous. And I'm going to start with with washing your hair. Now I use a purple shampoo. I started using Fanola purple shampoo to kind of get rid of that yellowing. And this is very highly pigmented purple shampoo. There's also Olaplex #4. So these are the two purple shampoos that I use. This one is a little bit bluer. And if your gray hair tends to be a little bit more on the oranger side when it turns color, then this might be a better product for you. And it also is not as pigmented. And the Fanola is a very deep purple. And I also want to show you a picture of here when you wash your hair, you want to make sure you emulsify the shampoo before you apply it to your hair. That way you have an even distribution of pigment and it doesn't get patchy colors, because sometimes you can actually get kind of a muddy color to your hair or actually turn your hair purple because that gray hair is so porous. So be very diligent in how you apply your purple shampoo. The other thing I wanted to talk to you about is preparing your hair for the purple shampoo. If you have very dry, coarse purple hair, you will have purple hair. If you have very dry, coarse gray hair, you're going to want to possibly pre-treat your hair. And there's several ways you can do that. There are pre-treat conditioners that you can get. This is one that I've used, and it's fine. You can also pre-treat with oils. Now, you can get this kind of an oil, which is specially made for hair. And also I've used in the past just a squalane oil. This is a very economical way to pre-treat your hair with either marula oil or squalane oil. And what you do is you coat the hair shafts and let it sit. Now the pre-treat conditioner says let it sit for about an hour, but you can also pre-treat with either the conditioner or one of the oils and wear a hair bonnet, which is what I did to strengthen my hair before I purple shampooed it. And I just wore a little silk hair bonnet to bed at night, and you can sleep in your oil or your conditioner. That way, if you pre-treat the hair, you've kind of given it a coating and it will not absorb the purple shampoo as much. So that's a little tip or trick on how to pre-treat your hair before shampooing. Another thing that you can start doing before you use a purple shampoo is called co-washing, which basically just means you're washing your hair with a conditioner. So the conditioner also just adds oil to the hair and strengthens the hair before you use a purple shampoo. Another way you can do it, instead of just using straight conditioner for a while, is to use a conditioning shampoo. The Pureology makes Strength Cure, which is just a cleansing conditioner. So basically, you're not going to shampoo your hair. You're going to use a cleansing shampoo or a cleansing conditioner for a week or so. And this is one by Kevin Murphy called Restore, and this is the Pureology one, the Strength Cure. So you might do that for like a week before you decide to start your purple shampoo if you have particularly coarse, dry, gray hair. All right, the other thing that I want to tell you about taking care of your gray hair is that you can use just a basic toner. If you only have a little bit of yellow in your hair and your hair is in pretty good condition, you can just wash your hair as normal with a regular shampoo. This happens to be the Pureology Strength Cure shampoo. And actually that was the conditioner, but they make the shampoo and the conditioner. So you just shampoo your hair as normal, then you tone it. This is the Pureology toner. You let that sit for about 5 minutes, rinse that out, and then come in with your conditioner. That way it's just, I'll show you this. This is not a very deep color. It's just a gentle toner, and it doesn't deposit as much purple as you would with a highly pigmented purple shampoo. So that's one way you can do a light treatment to your hair where you can just tone out the yellow without the potential of having too much purple deposit. Okay, a few other tips and tricks that I have for you. This is by Fanola. This is a leave-in conditioner. So you just wash your hair with your normal shampoo and conditioner, and then you spritz this on at the end of your shampooing and conditioning as a leave-in conditioner. You could probably even skip the conditioner step and use this as a leave-in conditioner. Another product I absolutely love is the Fanola foam conditioner. Now this is my absolute favorite. I will use the Fanola shampoo probably once every 3 to 4 shampoos. And then in between, I'll just shampoo with my normal shampoo and then use this as the conditioner. This is an amazing product. I absolutely love it. It's not super pigmented, so it doesn't leave that sort of purple stain in my hair. It doesn't have the potential to leave the purple stain that can happen sometimes when my hair gets really super dry. But I love it. It's just kind of a really fun product. And so the Fanola foam conditioner is definitely one that I would recommend. The last thing I want to talk about on taking care of your gorgeous gray hair is to protect your gray hair from heat. You always want to turn down your styling implements. Both your hair dryer should be on a lower heat setting, and your curling irons, flat irons, whatever iron you're using to curl your hair, make sure you turn down the heat setting. Most tools have an option for your heat setting, so make sure you turn down the heat or you definitely will get some yellowing to your hair. And the other option you can do is to turn down the heat and then grab, before you treat your hair, grab a heat styling product. This is one I'm working through. This is the one by Living Proof. It's not my absolute favorite heat styling product, but I like it. And the one I've used before is, I am not going to remember the name, but I think it's BB, and I'm going to put a picture up here because I really like that product. And it's just a heat protectant, and the BB one also has UV protection. because it's also very important when you have gray hair to protect your hair from the sun. I do that by wearing my crazy lady hats and by using product to protect my hair from the sun. We have lots of sun here, so that's kind of a daily battle that I have here in the Colorado area. All right, last but not least, I want to share with you my spring cleaning giveaway. And in the theme of today's video, it's going to be the Purple Olaplex shampoo. I did a spring cleaning video, I think it was last week or the week before, and decided that a bunch of products that I had on hand needed to be given away. So I'm doing all this spring. I'm going to be doing 8 weeks of giveaways on every Sunday. So what you'll have to do is you'll have to go to my Instagram because I'm using an app to do the giveaway. So you'll have to pop on over to my Instagram, go on every Sunday morning. It's going to be about 8 o'clock, and go to the post and you can sign up for the giveaway. So definitely join in the giveaway for this week for the Olaplex if you want to try out a purple shampoo. And please leave your comments down below. Having a tribe and a community of people who have decided to go gray and have ditched the dye is really important, and your comments are going to help the next person who is trying to go through this process and make this decision. So definitely leave a comment down below. Have a wonderful and beautiful day and take care of those gorgeous grays. Thanks everybody. Bye.